What's up everybody, I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious sweet potato pie squares. All this is a sweet potato pie in squares. That's it. This recipe can serve up to 25 or more people depending on how you slice it, and it consists of a thin layer of pie crust and a thin layer of sweet potato pie batter. That batter consists of sweet potatoes, eggs, sugar, butter, evaporated milk, cinnamon, and spices. Now once we make the batter, we add it into a prepared pan with the pie crust already laid out in it, and then we bake it. Once that's done, we take it out and we cut it into squares, and there you have it. Now the good thing about this recipe is it takes less time to bake, you get a smaller portion of pie, and you get to feed more people with it versus what you would get with a regular old 9-inch deep dish sweet potato pie. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, sweet potato pie squares. And today I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to make this delicious southern classic in squares, of course. So let's get started. Okay, this is all what you're going to need to make your sweet potato pie squares, and we're going to get started with our ingredients. You're going to need 3 large sweet potatoes, eggs, evaporated milk, sugar, unsalted butter at room temperature, flour, and vegetable shortening at room temperature. Now you can use the regular flavor vegetable shortening or the butter flavor. You're also going to need some vanilla extract, cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. For your tools, you're going to need some plastic wrap, parchment paper, and a rolling pin. To bake your sweet potato pie squares, you're going to need an 11 by 17 inch baking pan. You can also use a 13 by 9 inch square pan for this recipe. And there we have it. Let's get straight to it. Add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir all ingredients together. Add 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature and 6 tablespoons of vegetable shortening at room temperature. Take your pastry blender and you're going to cut the butter and the shortening into the flour. It should look like coarse crumbs when you're done. Add 1/3 cup of cold water. Stir all ingredients together, and you're going to stir this until it forms a dough. Now we're going to take our hands and we're just going to bring the dough together. And there we have it. Now we're going to take our dough. Here we have our plastic wrap on our table already. I'm going to place our dough on top of that. Going to knead it a few times. We're going to wrap it with plastic wrap. And we're going to place it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Preheat your fire to medium-high heat. In a large pot with some water, we're going to add our sweet potatoes. Cover your pot with a lid, and we're going to let this simmer for 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes now. Using a fork, you're going to check to see if the sweet potatoes are done. It should be nice and tender and soft. And they're done. I'm going to turn your fire off
You're going to remove your sweet potatoes out of the pot, and you're going to place them into a bowl. And you're going to let these cool for about 2 hours. Now, if you don't want to do this step, you're going to add your sweet potatoes in some cold water, and that will help your sweet potatoes cool down much faster. Remove your pie crust out of the refrigerator. Here we have our pie crust here, and for this recipe we're going to use the entire pie crust. Now we're going to press down with our hand, and we're going to shape it into a rectangle. And there we have it. Lightly sprinkle some flour on top. Using your rolling pin, you're going to roll this out into a large rectangle. And this rectangle should be longer than 17 inches and wider than 11 inches. And there we have it. Now we're going to take our pan and see if it fits. And it fits perfectly. And you can also do this with the 13 by 9 inch pan. Lightly butter the bottom of your pan. Line the bottom of your pan with a sheet of parchment paper. Remove any excessive dough from off the sides. And there we have it. Now as you can see, we've taken that excess dough and we've placed it on the sides, so that way our rectangle can be nice and even. So we're going to go ahead and trim off the excess dough. And once you're done, you should have an 11 by 17 inch square. And you can also do this for the 9 by 13 inch pan. Now we're going to take our pan and we're just going to place that on top of the dough. I'm going to take our plastic wrap and place it onto the back of the pan. I'm going to flip it over. Remove the plastic. And there you have it. It fits perfectly right into the pan. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Here we have our sweet potato. Using a butter knife, we're going to peel the skin off of the sweet potato. Now that we have all 3 sweet potatoes peeled and ready to go, we're going to take a spoon and we're just going to smash the sweet potatoes. Now to remove the strings, here I have a hand mixer and we're just going to mix that in. And as you can see, there are strings on the end of the blades. You're going to take that and you're going to rinse it off. And you're going to repeat this step up to about 5 to 6 times, or until all the strings have been removed. In our stand mixer with the paddle attachment, we're going to add 2 large eggs at room temperature. Mix that until it's well combined. Add 5 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. Mix until well combined. Scrape down the sides of your mixing bowl. Add 1 2/3 cup of sugar, mix until well combined. Add 3/4 cup of evaporated milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 teaspoon of allspice. Mix until well combined. Our sweet potato pie batter is now done. I'm going to do a taste test. And it is good. Just the right amount of flavor. Perfect. Add your sweet potato pie batter into your baking pan. Using the spatula or the back of a spoon, spread your sweet potato pie batter around the pan as evenly as possible. Now to make the batter more even in your pan, shake your pan slightly. Now it's ready to be baked. Place into a preheated 350-degree oven, and you're going to bake it for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, time is up. You're going to remove your sweet potato pie out of the oven after baking on 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And there we have it. Looks good. Now we're going to let this pie cool completely. Here we have our pie. We're going to take a knife and we're just going to go along the edge of the pie. And we're done. We're going to take a piece of parchment paper and we're going to place that on top of the pie. And we're going to flip it over. And there we have it. As you can see, it's a nice light golden brown color. Now we're going to flip this back over. And once you do that, you're going to remove the parchment paper off. Now we're ready to cut this. Now I'm going to cut this into 24 squares. You can do this any way you want to. Now how I'm cutting it, I'm just eyeballing it, basically. And there we have it. Now I'm going to show you how one looks. As you can see, it's a thin layer of crust and a thin layer of sweet potato. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet potato pie squares made by New Orleans native. Thanks for watching.
Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks before I take a bite. As you can see, it's a thin layer of sweet potato and a thin layer of pie crust. Cheers. Man, this might be a thin layer of sweet potato pie, but it is good. I mean, man, this is perfect. It has a small portion. You can do anything with it. You can cut it up, serve it as appetizers, or you can even serve it for the holidays, whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you, once you take a bite, you're going to want more and more and more. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. So, try the recipe. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet potato pie squares made by a New Orleans native. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take another bite. So good. Hey y'all, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like up, subscribe to my channel so you can enjoy all of my delicious recipes cooked right here in my kitchen. If you have any questions or comments, please post them, or you can email me at charliethecookandrews@gmail.com. You can also like or contact me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/charliethecookandrews. You can also check out this recipe along with all of my other recipes at www.charliethecookandrews.webs.com. And if you want to donate to the channel, check out the links in the description box and it'll take you step by step on how to donate. So, until next time, take care, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.